trying to rob people. So I think the fact that he's using his talents to do something, for that I think he ought to be respected, and I do respect him for that. And I do like some of his music as well.
Respect him a lot. I also loved the music of Bob-Marley. Still Pulse and everybody else.
Oh, that's Bob-Marley and Steve Pulse. Those are my two favorite people.
You know,
yes.
I like all of that.
Yes.
But I learned a lot.
I grew up on that.
Really?
I grew up in the 70s when Bob-Marley was just hitting. I mean, in the 70s,
me too. Really?
You know, was just hitting. He had not become the great famous Bob-Marley yet. And I used to go down by his house as a child, as a teenager. I used to go down by his house. And it was like exciting to be in this group of people who were like not with the straight and narrow fashion. And my mother was like worried, like, why is she hanging out with these kind of people, you know?
They thought it was weird.
They thought, yes, at the time in the 70s, it was, before he became famous, it was really scandalous. I mean, what this man is sing about? Rasta man, you know? So Jamaica itself has changed. In the early 60s, Rastafarians were like the scourge of the earth. They were like, you know, like dirty Rastas. People didn't want to be seen with them. I mean, like, in my time when I was in high school, my last year of high school and my first year of university in Jamaica, a lot of children in the middle class were quote-unquote turning Rasta. Okay. And like a lot of my friends' brothers became Rastas. A lot of my girlfriends as well became Rastafarians. And mothers and fathers were tearing out their hairs and going to get their daughters from the Rastafarian den of iniquity, you know, entrenched down. But for me, I used to hang out with them and I enjoyed it because for me, it finally answered a lot of questions I'd been asking since I was 10, 11. Like, why is this happening this way? Why is that happening this way? And for me, the Rastafarians, when I was 15, 16, 17, really helped to coalesce for me what was my thought about what blackness meant, what being a Caribbean person meant.
And to me, I love the music of Bob Marley because I love Jamaican music because it's always a message about your culture, about Africa, about blackness.
Exactly.
It meant a lot to me, and I always get positive messages.
He definitely opened our eyes. He opened my eyes. I mean, I think that if it were not for Bob Marley coming along the scene when I was 15, 16, my life would have been different.
I heard him do the Redemption song, and a friend of mine turned me on to that song, and it just blew me away.
The Old Pirates, yes.
Yeah,
Old Pirates, yes, they rob I.
Yeah, sold out to the merchant ships.
Beautiful song. And that's poetry. And that's also a song in our folk song music as well. So what you're hearing on the popular radio is only one form of what the culture of the country is.
It's much more.
It's much more.
Marley was a great poet.
He was a great poet.
No question. And speaking of poetry, I think you have a piece that you're going to share with us about.
Yes, I would like to do a poem which I call Cocaine Crack. I wrote it a couple of years ago. I think 2 years ago, because I was so disturbed by what was happening here in Washington with all the children being on crack, the babies being born with crack. So I hope that you like this poem. As soon as we get the music going.